What up? What up? Welcome into another episode of Profit Picks. If you are new, we do always start the show by being transparent. And well, first of all, it's a couple things I want to say. If you've been around, you already know. But I always say another reason why I wanted to do this show, even though I have another show right after with my guys. Like, I think it's extremely important to be transparent every single day. And you guys know I do this. I start every single show by being transparent, whether we win or lose. But it's especially important to be transparent after you have a losing day. So, I mean, you don't see a whole lot of people in the industry do it, and you know the reason why. But yesterday was a losing day for myself. I went 2-6 in the association, and I went 0-1 in NFL. So, got to get back on track here today. I don't even know why I bet the NFL game, but NBA wise, I think the record for my season is now at 62-44. So still profitable, up about 18 minutes. I mean 18 units, something like that. So let's try to get back on track here today. We do have a few games to choose from, and I'll try to talk them out with you guys as best as I can. A lot of comments for me to try to get through, so I don't know that I will be able to, but let me try to glance at some of them. I know you guys were killing me for being late. One comment I saw was, can't possibly bet 10 plays a day. And I see this person is upset about the last couple days. I mean, we don't bet 2 days only, man. We bet the entire year. So yeah, I have 2 days when I lose. I also have 10 days when I win. I mean, I've lost 3 days in a row in the NBA. Not the end of the world. Still up on the season. And you can bet 10 plays a day. I've had a winning season doing both one play a day and betting value. So you're wrong. Let me look at a couple more comments and then we'll get to the card because this is going to be a very short show. I'm on with my guys next, but I do want to talk about with you guys. I know we have a lot of good info here, and I have some good stuff I want to share too. Wham bam, remind everybody hit the like button if you appreciate the show. Vaughn says Magic first half incoming. That has been a money maker. I see y'all were discussing plays already in the chat, so I'm gonna have to play some catch up. What up, Munaf? He finishing up piano lessons. He dropping another album that's releasing at midnight. Benjamin took your call on the Pelicans yesterday. Much appreciated. Yes, we got a best bet winner on the show. Those have continued to be really good no matter what, even when we have the losing days. So we try to keep that going here again today. Collins Clip said he won 11-1 last night. Hey, nice work, brother. Hopefully it wasn't a parlay and you lost by the one. Larry, what's going on? Yeah, saturated. The reason I'm late is, I drove yesterday and everything was all good, but today for some reason it was hell. It took me to drive one block, 20 minutes, and that's the only block I can use by my house. So going to and from made this show about 40 minutes late, but not to Chipotle. That's not where I went. This guy right here, this is the one thing I'm gonna say. You can come on here and say whatever you want to say when I have a losing day, as long as you're honest. He says I'm losing a lot of people money. They're here because we're winning. We're winning money. So I think this is somebody I have to block. Like you can't come on here and just blatantly lie. I'm transparent every day. You guys know what I pick. We're not gonna deal with people who just come in and lie. I don't need anybody to police my picks. Like, and another thing I want to say before I get to the picks for today, when you guys don't see me recap at night, do y'all know what the reason is? It's not because I'm hiding from having a bad day. If I did have a bad day, it's because I'm pissed off. I'm betting the games too. I don't want to lose. I'm betting my money. I know some people don't bet every single game they give out to everybody, but I don't believe in that. Every single play I make is me betting. So I'll be pissed off, and sometimes I got to go sleep it off. Wake up, and we'll do the process again. Moves. He says, even if you don't appreciate the show, hit the like button. Much appreciated. Uh, Kia win today, and I'm on my way to Vegas. They said block that fool. And they say stop entertaining the negative people. So that's what we'll do. We'll get to some money for today. Let's go in rotation order, like we always do. And hopefully my banners are here and correct. First game up, 5-17, 5-18, Toronto and Orlando. This game open. Orlando minus 1.5. Have not seen much movement here. Total open 216, and we're down to 215.5 or 216 still. Injury report. I see Coloco still out for Toronto, along with Thaddeus Young. For Orlando, Wendell Carter Jr. continues to be out, along with Markel Fultz. My opinion about this game, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Orlando first half, they're the number one first half margin team at plus 11.1. Looking at Toronto, they're minus 3.4. I don't have the actual ATS numbers, but I want to say Orlando's only lost one first half so far this season. So that's kind of like a if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of play or kind of look. But at the same time, the Raptors do play again tomorrow. In those kind of situations, I prefer the team that does not is not on the front end of a back to back for the entirety of the game. Just because if they are winning by margin, or I just feel like the other team can wave the white flag and save energy for the next game. So maybe it's a spot where you double up Magic first half and full game, but one way or another, they will be the only way I'm looking. I also thought about Raptors team total under 107.5. Magic's defense last 5 games is rated number 2. Raptors, I mean, both of these teams want to play at a slow pace, although they haven't been lately. Raptors are number 10. They've been playing a little bit more up tempo, but both are bottom 10 offensive rated teams. So trust the defense more than the offense, especially trust that Orlando defense. And a big part here, too, neither team, or I'll say both teams, bottom 5 shooting the three. Orlando, top 10 defending it. I think Toronto struggles to score here. Like I said, if the game is getting away from them, they'll just save some of their main guys for tomorrow. So either Toronto team total under, Magic first half, Magic full game. Those are ways that I will look in this game here. And let's take a quick look at the chats. Take a look. Brian likes Orlando first quarter, first half. First class agency likes Magic first half, but the Raptors full game. Interesting. James, let's continue making some of that money. Appreciate you tuning in. Alfonso likes Scotty Barnes over 17.5 points. Raptors plus 3.5. Wham Bam letting us know that the Raptors are 1-4 ATS on the road in the first half. And by looking at the margin, that makes sense. Sounds like Wham Bam's like in that first half Magic. They're minus a half if you do want to take that. Says the only loss for Magic in the first half was the Mexico City game against the Hawks. And yeah, that's a little bit of a difference, right? They had to deal with that insane altitude difference. It was crazier than Denver. I remember that game. JT says, "What do I think about this scheduling spot? It favors Orlando. I'm not quite sure what else to think here. Running of a back to back for Toronto, but I definitely think it favors Orlando." Says 13 of last 14 games in Orlando between these two squads have went under. Interesting note. Martine like an under 215.5. Rick White asking, isn't the Magic coming off a long road trip? It didn't populate for me. Usually it populates for me for my systems when it's a 5-game road trip or more and they're returning home, but it did not populate. It must be 4 or less. And here's Itachi with the stats. Going back to 2012, teams coming home after a 4-game road trip facing a conference opponent, and the line is less than -2. And they won their last game as a dog, 16, 45, and 1 ATS. Says to fade the Magic. 73.8% fade on the Magic. Says to take the Raptors here today. Interesting. That's a lot of I don't know, but that is interesting there. So maybe you do want to get in and get out. Maybe they'll give the game up, but it's just not how I see it going. Avery says matchup very well with the Magic. Don't like the spot either. DB likes the under. And Alejandro saying, yeah, it could be a sleepy spot. Well, if it's a sleepy spot, they don't start the game off strong. They've started off every game pretty strong, except for that Mexico City game, like Munaf mentioned. Gabe gets buckets. He likes Gary Trent threes. He says nice matchup and great history against Magic, specifically 3+3s plus 200. Brian. And I don't even give that out as a to wager talk just because I mean I'll get into that. I don't want to get into it, but I play it personally. But I will start when I actually cap the college games. I should be giving it out because they're winners, but it's just something that's just like clockwork that I bet. But maybe I should just start giving it out because I do bet it. Just bet it small. But I did tell you guys. Glad that you're making money off of that. All right, I think we did enough on this game. And I appreciate you, Chili. Says I may not always get to comment, but Skee Trust, I'm on that like button. Much appreciated, brother. It helps out the show 100%. So, told you guys the way I'm liking this game. Haven't really went to the window yet, but there is probably two options. Maybe I'll go Magic first half, or team total under for the Raptors, or stay away here. Next game up, we will go 519, 520, Cleveland at Philly. This one opened up Philly minus 7.5. Now an 8-point favorite, or still a lot of 7.5, just an 8 at circa. Total open 220.5, and we're looking at 219 as the consensus. Injury report shows that Cavaliers will be without Donovan Mitchell, Isaac Okoro, Rubio, Ty Jerome. And then we have Levert, game time decision. For Philly, they'll be without Kelly Oubre. I think he's out for a little while, so they'll continue to be without him here. My first thought for this game: both teams are on the front end of a back to back. And I had a sort of a system that said to take the under here, but I just didn't want to trust that system blindly because I don't know that I can trust. I mean, Philly hasn't been playing that great of defense lately, and I don't know. I just didn't want to blindly play it. I really don't blind play any system. But if I'm playing anything in this game without Donovan Mitchell in the lineup, I would have to look towards Darius Garland, whether it's his points, his assists. If the Cavaliers are going to be competitive in this game, he's going to have to, have a big something to say about it, or it's going to be mostly because of him. So looking at Philly, bottom 10 defensive rated team, the last 5 games, maybe points plus assists. His points were at 21.5, I think, or his assist prop. Only ways that I would look in this game. Or I think it's the best look, not only way I would look. I think that's the best look. Let's take a look at the comment section because this is not one of the games I want to spend too much time on. I do have plays in the last 2 games, and I want to talk out a little bit in that next game too. So, JPZ, you involved in your league this year, Ski? No, I've been trying to take it a little bit, more like one sport, 2 sports max at a time, and I just don't feel like I can give as much attention to it as I want to right now. So I haven't been getting involved. Um, Rick White likes Embiid over 5.5 assists. He's been going way over since Harden left. And I do remember that I looked at it a few games ago. Um, can't talk you off that. Only thing I would say is just hope he gets full minutes being the front end of a back to back. J Money 029 likes Melton PRA says it's been cashing. Appreciate you shouting that out. Caleb asking any concern for Mobley and Allen if they can contain Joel enough to win outright. Um, I don't think they can. As good as they are defending the paint, I don't think that they're able to, stop them enough to win outright. And Cleveland also a team I trust more at home than on the road. I wouldn't feel comfortable with the Cleveland money line. And it's all good. All good. Says he's new here. He apologizes. And it's all good. I'm not mad. let's continue, or let's turn it around. Since you're new, you've only seen the past couple of days. Let's make some money. Chess and Poker Daily says, I guess square play, but I like Philly and laying points. Bash Bros. That's about that last game. They're also on the front end of a back to back. Derek says Mobley goes crazy without Mitchell, over 28.5 PRA. That's interesting because I feel like it's I mean, it could be Mobley and Garland, but I feel like it's Garland the one who does the heavy lifting without Mitchell. Daniel says, I don't like what I see from Cleveland on the offensive side, especially without Mitchell. That could be a reason to get towards the under. Cleveland has been playing solid defense. Shaquan said he cashed with Pelicans money line and Zion assists yesterday. Today he likes Mobley on the rebounding prop. He says Allen is going to be distracted with Embiid. Enough likes Embiid over 10 and a half boards. Gerald, absolutely. You don't got to worry about me with that. Says thank you so much for being transparent. That is how I got in this industry, and that's how I continue to be until I'm no longer doing this. So um, that's what you can expect from Skee day after day. Collins Clip says Joel Embiid is averaging 32 points in the last 10 games versus Cleveland. So it's a good call out because they've had Jared Allen. So clearly they can't contain him with Jared Allen. He's not enough. So to answer the question earlier, there's some numbers for you. Doug M says, do you factor in season tournament on the total Philly Cleveland elimination game? That's an interesting call. I mean, my system definitely didn't factor it in, but it definitely makes sense. It makes sense for them to play it that way. It's an elimination game. You know, this tournament is new. It's hard for me to keep up with every single scenario. Try to do my due diligence as many of these games as I can, but I'm still learning about the tournament just like everybody else. Not true, Itachi. He says every team today is also playing again tomorrow. The Magic are not, the Hawks are not, and it's one more. Magic, Hawks. Maybe it's just those two, actually. Sixers. I think the Sixers play tomorrow too, so it must be just the Magic and the Hawks. Jay Will says Cavs haven't looked like the Cavs of last year. I don't know if it's injuries or what. Yeah, I don't trust them at all, especially on the road. I just don't. Brian says points kind of tiebreakers. Um, yeah, that's a good reason. Dan Kelly mentioned that for to take overs in these tournament games instead of unders. Daniel says, Skee, you've been tracking your record for the show on your best bets. I'll go back and track it. I should have been doing that, but no, I haven't. I just track what I do in, you know, total every day. I know it's been good. I'll get a number though. I'll go back and see. Give me till after Thanksgiving weekend to catch up on that, but I will. All right, let's move over. We have a few more games. Or actually, let me touch this comment. Two comments. Jazz versus Lakers, turning decider. Maybe if Suns went out, then three-team tie and goes to point differential. That's one I was aware of. Manny says, I feel like teams will take the in-game tourney series closer to the next stage. It's the first of its kind. Teams want to be the first to win the tournament, in my opinion. Fair enough. Let's keep going here. We have an interesting one right here, especially from a total perspective. 521, 522, Indiana and Atlanta. Opened up Atlanta -4. See a consensus of 3.5. Total open 249.5. Still not high enough. We see 253, or as high as 253 right now. Injury report for the Pacers. I see Andrew Nimhart, game time decision for Atlanta, Griffin, Bufkin, and Muhammad all out. Not much needle movers for that Atlanta side, though. I mean, as high as this total is, you sure? Wham says every team does play tomorrow. You sure? Even the Magic and the Hawks? Because I feel like I was looking and I didn't I didn't see those two, but maybe I didn't look close enough. I want to check now. Now I'm curious before I continue with this game. Do the Hawks and the Magic both play tomorrow? They do. I overlooked it. The Hawks are right there and the Magic. That's my bad. I misspoke. Or I was wrong, however you want to say. So for this game, um, it's hard for me to talk you off of an over. Both teams playing with pace. Neither team playing defense. Just to put numbers to it. Top 10 in pace last 5 games. Bottom 10 defensive rated teams in the same span. Both teams on the season, bottom 10 defending the three. It's just not a whole lot to like as far as if you want to expect some stuff. So why would I expect different in this one? I feel like Pacers games have been even closer to like the 260s. So I just when I don't expect them to come in here and play any defense, I don't expect them to slow down at all. Why would I play an under? I get that the number, but other than that, I have no reason. So I'll stay away from it. Hallie assist has to be a look in the game with a total of 253. Um, I would absolutely look towards him and Jalen Johnson. And ever since he's gotten into the starting lineup for Atlanta, I feel like he's a guy we should be playing on. Whether maybe do his points, but he's definitely getting more minutes. So if I'm playing on the Pacers, it'll be Halliburton. If I'm playing on the Hawks, it'll be Jalen Johnson, and those are my preferred ways for playing this game. I don't trust the Hawks enough to lay right now, and I guess that makes me have a lean on the Pacers, but more so Halliburton, Jalen Johnson. Let's take a look at the comment section here. Jay Wills loves the Pacers plus the points and over the high number. JB Brown, I'm not mad at it. I get it. Got to take the under and live with the consequences. One bad quarter can kill the over. It's high, just a little high for a reason. Brian says he's been riding the over. They almost hit their team total with a 14-point quarter against Orlando. Another good point. They can still do it with a bad quarter. Bryce likes Hallie over his assist. Slightly a buy low spot after last game. In agreement. Travis looking towards just the Pacers team total over. Kylie letting us know our guy J Money likes the Raptors +2. BJ says if the Pacers win today, Skee, they clinch their group. He's on a Pacers spread and he loves it. That's interesting, especially for a young team like that who will, care about the money a little bit more than these veteran teams, in my opinion. BJ also says Hawks are a bad team right now, and I would agree. Let's see. Bryce also likes Mathurin over his 4.5 rebounds. Says it's plus money. He's cleared it in 4 of the last 5. Appreciate that shout out. Rynell looks a little bit towards Murray on his points. Yeah, it's been pretty good. Jam Rocks likes Capella rebounds. Jake Feezy, what's your must have for Thanksgiving? I'll take the mac and cheese. I'll take the greens, and I'm a big fan of ham. That's what I like. I don't really care for turkey. I'm a ham guy. So those three would be my go tos. If I could only have three. Um, let's see. Kylie also likes Capella double double. J Money 209 likes Bruce Brown to hit 2 threes at +190. Daniel says Kylie's capping the cappers, and I'm all about that. You guys, we watch these shows. We know what each other's all about. We cap together every day. Cap the cappers. You know when they feel strongly. You know when it's seems like a good bet. I'm all about that, 100%. Let's move over. These last 2 games, I like a lot, and I even want to get a little bit more involved potentially. And we got to get out of here within the next 20 minutes because I'm going on my guys to talk about these games some more. See if they can talk me on some more stuff, and they'll talk you guys on some stuff. They'll share their knowledge with you guys too. So 523, 524, Portland and Phoenix opened up Phoenix -13. No movement. Total opened up 229. And as low as 223 at DraftKings. Injury report. By the way, I saw somebody in the comment section shout out Skee's wearing Young LA. Um, I don't even know if it's a big deal or not. I just got a hoodie that I thought was all right. So what's the deal with Young LA? Is it nice? Is it not nice? I'm supposed to be wearing it. I thought it was cool. But whoever said that comment, it was earlier in the show when I was scrolling through all of the comments. But let me know. Back to the game. For Phoenix, Bradley Bill's out, Damian Lee's out, Watanabe's out. For Portland, uh-oh, Brogdon is game time decision. Scoot is out, Anthony Simon's out, Wainwright out. So for this game, the first thing that pops out to me, DeAndre Ayton, finger roll boy. This it's got to be his spot. It's got to be his spot, right? Versus old team, he wasn't happy there, didn't want to be there. Now he got moved. He has a chance to go up against them. They've been a bottom five defense. I don't know where that came from. What is playing? But I apologize for that. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but it distracted me. So I think it's a good spot for Aiden to not only score versus a poor Phoenix defense lately and a team who doesn't protect the paint very well, but also I think it's a good opportunity for him to rebound. Um, so I like Aiden. The numbers, my bad, bear with me for 1 second here. I got some numbers for you with Aiden. I know he averages 11 rebounds on the season. He's had 10 plus boards in 6 of 9 games this month. And just looking at versus Phoenix, leading rebounders this month versus Phoenix averaging 10.4. So he has to get a little bit less than what he averages, and Phoenix has been giving him up. So Aiton on his rebounds over 9.5, Aiton on his points over 12.5. I think those are good looks. I also want to get there with Portland, but I'm nervous. I'm nervous. The reason I've been going a little bit backwards lately is trusting bad teams because I think they're in good situations or a situation that they'll care about. So they'll keep making this mistake, and that's where why I haven't put Portland in my pocket just yet. I think if Portland does cover his number, Aiden has a good game and has is a big reason why they do so. When I think about who cares about this game, it makes me think two different ways. One, Phoenix would have to win both games and need the Lakers to lose, I think, to tie and get the top spot in their group. And Phoenix has Golden State tomorrow. So I just feel like Phoenix probably cares more about the Golden State game tomorrow at this point. Portland, when your teammate goes back to play their old team, you want to make sure they have a good game. You want to try to win it for your teammate. I feel like Portland cares more about their game today than they care about Utah tomorrow. So I like Aiton, and I'm leaning towards Portland for that same reason. Didn't quite get there yet, though. I looked at, and I should pull it up on the screen, but we're a little short on time. I looked at double digit favorites on the front end of a back to back. This goes back about 4 years. They're only 43.7% winners against the spread, also 58.1% to the over. Says that Phoenix won't be interested in a whole lot of defense tonight. I would agree with that. It's just both teams play extremely slow. They're bottom 10 in pace the last 5 games. And so I guess it'll remain a lean. Maybe I'll get there by the end of the day. But man, I think Portland's the right side. Aiden for sure though. Let's take a look at the comment section. Let's see what you guys think. Maybe you guys give me a push towards Portland that I need here. Let me get back to where we're at. Rick White has a heavy bet on Suns team total over 118.5. Derek likes Booker over 7.5 assists. Says he's running point and the ball does not leave his hand. Portland isn't stopping anyone. Showtime says Blazers plus the points if Brogdon plays. So watching out for that injury report. He says over. Don't be scared of the high number for a reason. I think he's talking about that last game. Kong's Clips also going with Phoenix team total over 118.5. I mean, Portland's defense has been better than Phoenix the last 5 games as far as stats numbers are concerned. So why not include the Portland side? And I mean, as I say that, that Portland offense has been stinking. So I get it. I get it 100%. Tariq, he likes Portland plus 13. Appreciate you sharing that. Derek likes the team total over only in the first half for the Suns. J Money 2029 likes, or he says Aiden has had a double double 6 of the 13 games. I think this is a spot for him. I would agree. Earlier this morning when I was looking, there wasn't a number available for double double, so I didn't take it. But I agree. Definitely think it's a double double game. That's the way that I bet it, just individually. KP also agrees, or he's asking about a double double there. Brian likes Suns first quarter, first half. They have Golden State Warriors on deck. Get in and out. Yeah, if you like that Phoenix side, I think that's the way that you do it. Um, Jay Will says he's sitting this one out. A lot of people liking that Suns team total over. Londo, he's liking just Durant over 28.5 points and Booker over 7.5 assists. Durant's been playing really good lately. He just killed the Jazz. Why can't he do the same to the Blazers? Let me see. I agree with the look ahead spot. Nathan says Aiton double double. He's gonna have 30 plus points. Daniel, you'll have to remind me, but I think they did. I think the Suns did blow the Blazers. Well, let me check. I gotta double check. I don't think so, but I do want to be certain. Let me see. The last time they played was, yeah, you're right, by 20. So you're right. Absolutely right. Will Jackson, appreciate the work you put in. Top play for him today is Booker over 26.5 points. Not mad at that. And Jay says that double double for Aiden is plus 110. A lot of people liking that. So Ungi says Aiden a quitter. You think he can carry a bottom team to cover? I think they'll play hard in this game. I think they care about this game more than the Suns. That's all. So maybe I'll keep it as a lean for now. But told you the ways that I bet, told you what I'm liking. We'll move over to the last game on the slate. 525, 526. Utah and LA Lakers. This game opened Lakers -8. They're a 7.5 point favorite right now. There's some sevens out there as well. Total open 236.5. We're looking at a consensus of 238. For the injury report, Walker Kessler is out for Utah. For the Lakers, Anthony Davis, game time but probable. LeBron's true game time along with Hood, and they'll be without Vanderbilt and Vincent. This one, um, I felt a couple different ways. For one, Lakers, for whatever reason, play a lot better. We've heard LeBron say that he cares about the tournament games. 3-0 on top of their group. Whoever wins this game secures a top spot in Group A. So I think both teams will care about it. I just think I trust the Lakers a little bit more, and the Lakers are better. I mean, and they match up well. Like for one, Jazz not very good protecting the paint. Look at Anthony Davis matchup tonight. He's going up against John Collins. I mean, what are we doing here? Anthony Davis should eat tonight. So I like that. And we just saw KD go crazy on the Jazz. The way LeBron's been playing lately, why can't he go crazy too? So I like this Lakers side, whether you bet them on the team total or just the spread. I would take the spread in this one because their defense has been really good. They may not need to score all those points. Um, Number three defensive rated team the last 5 games for LA. So I'm liking all of those things. If I'm doing anything or liking anything from the Jazz, I will be looking towards Clarkson. He's been balling lately. I think he's averaging like 29 points the last 5. And this is also a team he used to play against. His point prop, when I checked, I think was 22.5. And that would be the direction that I'm looking if I want to bet on anything for the Utah side. I had a little query for this game, and it was looking at same conference road dogs with equal rest to their opponent, their dog of more than 5, coming off of a double overtime game. 18-1 against the spread, 30.8%. And if they're on the front end of a back to back, it's only been 11 games. They're 2-9 ATS. So that says to fade the Jazz here. I mean, the same sentiments. That's as far as the double overtime game with Phoenix. I mean, they play double overtime and they play Golden State tomorrow. I think that's the reason to fade Phoenix. Utah played double overtime. And the difference is they should still care about this game, but they are on the front end of a back to back, too. So I like the Lakers. I think they're the right side here. And take a look at a couple comments before we get a best bet and get out of here. Um, Rayhan, what up, brother? Says Lakers smash Utah on the road. No size for Utah. I'm in agreement. Shaquan also likes the Lakers spread. Says nobody will agree with this, but AD should have a night inside to help us cover. Jay Wills also liking the Lakers in this spot. Jazz coming off double OT and they play no defense. Dale Toledo says Jazz, my game of the year, plus 7.5, maybe outright. Jordan Clarkson says these are like playoff games. Lakers' most overrated team in the NBA. I think Clarkson can have a good game, absolutely. We'll see if the Jazz can cover the 7.5. Wham Bam reminding everybody to hit the like button. Martine also liking the Jazz plus 7.5, says the Lakers play the Mavs tomorrow. I don't think they care that much about that game compared to this game, honestly. And First Class Agency says he likes the Jazz first half because Braun usually gets most of his rest minutes in the first half of games. And coincidentally, Lakers first half has been terrible if you back them. If you fade them, you've been making a lot of money so far to start the year. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a close game or, Jazz playing really good in the first half and the Lakers dominate the second half. Second half margin for both teams plus 3.7 for LA, minus 3.5 for Utah. And there was a comment here I saw about, and it was for the last game, so I guess don't really need to go back to that. But it was about Ayton versus Nurkic. Warren Anderson says Ayton last year versus Nurkic, 3 games, 6 points on 19 minutes, 26 points, 24 points. Appreciate you sharing. So we've gone through every game for today. I will be on right again with my guys Bobano, Dutch, and Wham Bam right after the show at 1 p.m. So make sure you tune in if you want to hear everybody's insight and hear us talk out some more games. It is about that time for this show though. So I'll move over to best bets. And I just want to make sure I've only made a few plays so far today, but I want to make sure I give you guys something where you get the same line as me. So I will go, and I should promo as well. I mean, promo for me is simple. You guys know you find all my work at Wager Talk. If you want to be involved with the games right when I play them, that is where you find them. And the link is in the description. So best bet for the show, we'll go with Ayton over 9.5 rebounds. His average on the season, like I said, is 11. He just has to get below his average in a game that he should care a hell of a lot about versus his old team. So, Aiden, best bet for the show, over 9.5 rebounds. I appreciate you guys in the chat. Another reason why I wanted to come on and do this show because I just really like rocking with y'all. 362 people live right now. Hit the like button for me if you enjoyed the show. Best of luck, everybody, on all your action. Good luck if you tell, and I will catch you guys again later.